everybody. Welcome to an episode of Family Dynamics with a K. I'm Liz.
And Katherine.
And Rosemary.
And Mark.
And I'm Kirk Fogg.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. Last name as well. Well, actually, if you've listened to our podcast before, you know Mark, my husband, is joining us again. Nice to see you.
Good to be here.
Thank you for joining us. And Rosemary, our sister, who's been on quite a few times, adding her sarcastic wit, her dry humor, looking bemused, but also puzzled right now, is her husband, Kirk Fogg, our brother-in-law. Welcome, Kirk Fogg, to the Family Dynamics podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't know that was sarcasm all those years.
Well, dry humor,
Dry
right?
humor. Oh,
Delivery.
very dry.
And it's interesting because
I wear lotion now.
Sahara dry.
Yes.
you wear lotion to try and moisten up from that
From
dry.
the dry humor.
My goodness.
Bounces off him. He doesn't really understand it anymore. He has
Well, I'm
that-
rubber.
Oh.
Glue.
But you two have been married over.
I think we're going on 23.
We've been married most of the 22 years.
Well, Mark, you like to say
We've been married for 24 years, and 20 of them were great.
20. My gosh, it used to be like a higher percentage.
Last year,
Oh God,
Oh,
we're
there's
going
a deduction
down.
taken.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Lord. Oh my gosh.
That's harsh.
subtracting.
Okay, come on.
They
Let's
can't
build
all
on.
be
We can
winners.
get
They can't
there.
all be winners.
No, they certainly have not. And in fact, I will say, there are 8 siblings in the family. As some of you know, 7 of us still alive and active in the world, and 5 of us married. But actually, couples-wise, we probably hang the most with each other.
Yeah, I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. This is Katherine, and
As
I'm
far
just
as
going to
we
say
know.
I might be unnecessary in this discussion. So, I mean, you guys for sure, as couples, do a lot together. Having boys, both of you, like Rosie has 2 boys, and Liz and Mark have 1 boy. You guys spend a lot of time together. So,
We
and
do.
travel together.
oh yeah.
And I was just thinking about that because we're heading into summer break.
Yeah.
And, we normally do have a couple trips planned, but COVID has affected all of that.
Right.
And we normally do spring break as well.
We have done quite a few spring breaks, for sure.
Now, our recent trip over winter was to Big Bear, California. Now, all of our trips do not end up fabulously. That's all I've got to say.
So true.
Worst trip ever.
I don't know. I liked the place a
Place was
lot.
great.
If you're going to have COVID, that's the place to have it.
Definitely could have
It had a pool table. It had a big area. You were there to cook.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
And I had a nice bed, and I had COVID, and that's where I hunkered in for 4 days.
Well, yes, that's exactly. Mark was COVID cooking the
Did
whole
I give
time.
you COVID?
Yes.
Yes.
You did.
I don't know.
I think you did.
It just is, who knows? We can't track it back.
I don't care.
It's untrackable now,
It doesn't
I think.
matter.
But you're right. I was there to cook.
Oh, God.
Here's what. Here's
And nobody
the deal.
cared that you had COVID.
Exactly.
Everyone's like,
Okay,
just cook
so,
for me. Who cares?
The night before we left, it was the day after Christmas, and I said to Liz, I am not feeling well. I am exhausted. I'm taking a COVID test. I take this test. Sure enough, I got COVID. I look at her. I said, I don't think I should go on this trip. And you looked at me and you're like, you are definitely going on this family trip. There's no way I'm doing this on my own. I am not
Yep.
skiing with these kids. I am not cooking for them. I'm not doing all this on my own. You're going. I'm like, I'll tell you what. And I'm like deathly sick here. I said, you call Rosie and Kirk and you ask them that if it's okay, that I have COVID, I go on this trip. Just be aware, I can't be responsible for everybody else, but I will still go if everybody's cool with me having COVID, and I'll still make the food, which is just ridiculous. And I think the phone
I helped
call,
a lot.
I think the phone call went something like Liz called Rosie, and you pick up, and Mark's got COVID. No, he's coming.
I was like, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. He needs to be
Okay,
there.
but was that the morning we were going up?
No, it's the day
No, it
before.
was the day before.
Night before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm out there in the snow changing tires. with
Okay, wait a
chains
minute,
on the
wait. Don't
tire.
jump ahead too much.
Sorry.
So, exactly. Okay, so Rosie and Kirk.
I thought we didn't hear about it until the morning that we were going
Oh,
up there.
no. We called the night
No,
before.
it was the night before.
Yeah.
And then you took a test the morning of, and it was negative.
Yeah, because I was sicker than a dog already that day. Because we had been together the night before, Christmas Eve night.
That's
and
right.
so that's where we picked it
I
up.
think Christmas
and
over.
everybody in that Christmas
and
Eve
Christmas
party got
Eve.
it.
We were together Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
I think
Right.
Christmas season was a super spreader. If you went out at all, it just,
And my poor
Didn't
friend
matter.
Mike, who went on our Christmas Eve, who'd been triple masked the entire time and had been testing for 5 years.
His
he
whole
went
life
on
had
one.
shut down.
His whole life had been shut down. Went on the one Christmas Eve dinner with us.
He's like,
and
I
got
haven't been to a restaurant in
horrible.
a year and a half. And I'm like, oh,
no.
really? And he got
He got COVID, and we didn't. And we just said, "Oh, that's too bad." And I'm
That's
like, sitting-
bizarre.
I'm
Don't
like,
know where you
"Oh,
got
I
it
don't know. That's so weird that you're sick." And right there, and I have the worst sore throat of my entire life.
Oh, jeez.
But it was the restaurant is probably where we got it.
Okay.
Oh, who knows?
Who knows?
Who
But here's the
knows?
deal. He went in quarantined. No one
I
else in
did
his
not
family
have
got
COVID, but I officiated a wedding right before Christmas, and that supposedly was a super spreader event. And someone that actually got COVID and had a very bad case of it. I said, "Oh gosh, I don't know if I spent a lot of time with them." And my girlfriend sent a picture of me holding the person's hand in the Congo line. So
It started with him. He was
So,
ground zero.
I don't
That
know,
guy.
but I didn't get sick. But so when Mark comes in and he basically says, call Rosemary, call the Foggs, clear it. And if they say yes, you were so counting on them saying no way.
Oh my God!
Whoa,
I thought it was
hell
going to be
no.
the best vacation of my life. I was going to get the house all by myself.
Oh, yeah.
that
Not
never
happening.
happens.
Not
there was
happening.
absolutely no way I was going up with our three boys and not Mark, because that meant nobody would go skiing with them because I was not
Yeah.
skiing in Big Bear. It's totally shot, and all the meal prep would be on me with like trying to involve Liz if she's not on her busy with work or whatever. So it'd be like a nightmare. There's no one else who would have helped.
Oh, no,
Like,
it's
no
the-
other
it's
friend.
a
kid.
Roman restaurant.
And the boys are worthless.
Sort of, yes.
Yeah, Jack is good.
Yeah, he's
now.
getting much better
He
now.
can
He's
cook
living
now.
on his own. He realizes things don't just appear.
Right. It's true.
So
gotta do
unfortunately, or fortunately for us, you said, oh no, Mark, you're coming. You can just be confined to the cabin.
I'm like, we already would have got it from you. We're like,
We're going to be our own little bubble. So just driving up, I get, Big Bear is in Southern California. Well, it's California.
It's Southern California.
Yeah, Southern
It's still
California.
Southern California.
So you're not typically dumping snow, right? So we think we have 4-wheel drive, but we also brought chains. And so you're going up the mountain to Big Bear, and Mark really is kind of dying, and yet I still made him drive.
Wait, what?
Wait, how long of a drive is it? I don't have any
I mean, it's
concept
not
of where
that
it is.
much of a
Without
scary
traffic.
drive. You
hours.
should have been able to drive.
Without traffic,
How-
it's about
2.5
an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Without traffic, it's an hour and a half.
I was in COVID land, so for me it was like 5 hours.
Or maybe
I
2
don't know.
hours.
He was delusional.
Oh, it's Mammoth that's really far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's
Big
like-
Bear's not that far.
And you start going up the mountain, and when we're sort of talking to each other on the phone, oh, where are you guys at in the road? Where are you? And Rosie books the houses, usually finds them and books them. And so in Airbnb travel protocol, and if you watch The Housewives, that usually means they get to pick the bedroom. So I said to Mark, it doesn't matter what time we get there. They're going to take the master bedroom because Rosie did like the legwork. So
They're going to take the big suite.
I'm like, it is what it is. I mean, that's kind of what
They had a junior suite.
it was fine. There
Finger
was,
quote.
There, no, it was
was
actually
nice.
They
nice.
had its own
nice.
bathroom.
No,
It was a nice place.
There's only one caveat that
I
came
mean,
with
as long
that,
as you're
but-
not in bunk beds or, twin
No,
beds.
that's never happened.
No. So going up the mountain, flurries are starting to come at you, and then it's the flashing lights, put chains on, and it's really gotten to the point where, okay, we got to pull over and put chains on.
You just looked at me like, okay, get out.
I did because I was
And
like,
I'm
Well,
the
you're not
guy.
gonna do
I'm
it.
the guy. I got to do it.
oh, it was so bad. And then I finally said,
And I had no idea how to put those things
no,
on.
he had no idea what he's doing. And it's snowing. And he
Where
comes,
did we
he comes
wind
back
up
in the
in
car and he goes,
Mammoth one time?
I'm so hot, but he's shivering.
Oh my God, it's such a bad mix.
Fever.
When everything is hurting and sore and your mouth is, your throat's dying and the cold air hits you and you're hot and sweaty inside the jacket and you're freezing cold outside and all of a sudden
Why do I just
you're
love
cold
Mark
and,
in
it's
this
the
image?
worst.
I'm like,
He gets in the car, he's
sweaty,
like,
I can't put my arms down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right out of the Christmas story.
I can't put my arms down.
He's like a
was dying.
sausage.
And of course,
Goddamn chains. I'm crying out
I
there
said,
all by
Ethan,
myself.
just like the Christmas story, like, get out and help your father. Da-da-do, on my cell
Yeah, I put my
phone.
phone down. I'm playing
I'm
a
not getting
game
very
right
good
now.
reception right here. What's happening?
Oh,
Anyway.
Dad's out of the car. We stopped. I mean, that's Ethan. He's got no
Pretty
idea what's
much.
going on.
Yeah.
And then I finally rolled down the window. I mean, it's pelting snow now. I'm like, pay that guy in the orange jumpsuit. Because you got to pay someone. There's guys on the side of the road.
Thank God.
Oh, right.
Right?
Yeah.
Who
50
are
bucks
ready
or
and
whatever it
willing to
was.
put
Oh,
them
it's
on.
50. It used to be like 20.
Who cares?
25 a tire.
Who cares?
25. Oh, like you're only going to do.
How did you
one
put-
tire?
I'm
What?
going to
take
do my
one
eyes
tire.
when I need to get
I'll
my
just take
cataracts
one
done. I'm just going to do one eye.
I'll take one tire and I'll kind of lean to the right a little bit with my
See if
wheels.
it all works
How
out.
did you put chains on your
We
tire?
were in a 4-wheel drive. We went up the back way.
Oh.
We took the back way because I'm a local for the San
Thanks for
Bernardino
telling the other people.
That's
It
right.
would've been
You were
hard
raised
to
in the
loop around
base,
there.
San Bernardino, San Bernardino.
Right.
So you knew.
We like to call it the Inland Empire.
Oh, nice.
Neither's
Yes,
that great.
it's an empire.
I.e.
Yes.
A fallen empire. What? No.
Yes,
Land of the
it
dirt
is.
people.
So we got our tires
We
on.
just lost our San Bernardino.
Yeah,
audience.
it's like, what was
Land
that?
of the dirt people. Well, we're out.
Well, that's what they
And
used to
click.
say on K-Rock in the morning.
They did?
If anybody ever called from San Bernardino or the Inland Empire, they go, land of the dirt people. And then the people would be like, what?
That's awful.
I know.
I wonder what reference that is of theirs.
Just because it's hot and dirty.
Okay, we're blaming it on K-Rock. Okay.
It is. It was Kevin and Bean, I swear.
It wasn't exactly
And
hot.
John's
it was hot,
agreeing with
but it
me.
wasn't dirty. It wasn't. I didn't grow up in dirt.
I just had a vision
Heat.
of you.
You grew
just-
up in heat.
Just sitting in dirt.
It was like San
kid.
Fernando Valley backlot. You know,
Oh,
it was
okay,
like, it all looks like the San Fernando Valley, but 1 hour east.
Got it. Okay.
Same builders of all that post war stuff. So it's all very nice when I grew up there.
Yes,
really,
of
really
course.
nice. We had green grass.
Of course you did.
Yeah, but then
At
you
the
when
time.
30 years later, it was chain link fences and pit bulls.
Oh.
Well,
That tells you
and that
anything.
Paula, your mother, one of my favorite people, never. Oh my gosh! Of course you had green grass and your house was beautiful.
Right, and she had a better dress shop, a really nice dress shop on Highland Avenue in San Bernardino, and now Highland Avenue is just hookers.
Oh, geez.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Different kind of
It's a little
dresses.
less better
Yeah.
dress. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
They think it's better dresses, but
Oh
it's not.
dear!
Things
oh
change.
no! What happened? My
don't know.
shop.
Her dress shop was Paula's Distinctive Apparel.
Are you
Oh.
PDA?
PDA.
I never even thought
Oh, I got a PDA all the time. Right.
Oh my God, I love Paula. Paula's distinctive apparel. I can just see her at home, probably with a cigarette and a coffee. Thinking, I'm going to open a dress shop. And you know what I'm going to call it? Paula's distinctive apparel.
It wasn't coffee; it was a cocktail.
Oh,
It was a
Cocktail.
cigarette and a cocktail.
oh gosh, Paula was. And you had two older siblings,
Yes.
Debbie and Craig, and Craig is older. No,
Right.
who's the oldest?
Debbie.
Yeah. Debbie actually, of the land of the dirt people, Debbie won. I
think you got your title here.
My mother won the Miss Orange Show contest, which was a
Orange
big
Coast. Oh,
Orange Show.
Orange Show contest, which was
only the show.
Just the show.
no,
not the whole coast.
It's a regional beauty pageant. She won in '52, and the winner of that goes to Miss California.
Whoa.
And if you win Miss California, you go to Miss America. So, but back then, I don't think it did. But then my sister, 20 years later, won the same title. But she won it at Miss Rialto and won the Orange Show. She came in as Miss Rialto. My mom came as Miss San Bernardino. They both won the Orange Show contest. And then my sister chose not to go to Miss California to try for Miss America.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. She decided to get married.
Oh, well, it's a different choice. Now
Yeah.
she has two beautiful children and grandchildren. And
Right.
I will say this: I love regional. I don't know why. I love regional theater, a regional beauty pageant. There's so
You get
much
some interesting people in
Yes,
regional, yeah.
but that is prestigious. That's
That Orange Show
legacy,
contest
too.
it was the Swing Auditorium. It was 6,000 people
Whoa.
at the thing. It was a huge
that's a
event.
big
It was
deal.
all Southern California that goes to it. Miss Long Beach, Seal Beach, Orange County, all those people go into it. So Debbie and my mom winning it was a big deal.
Your mom's very much until she passed away carried herself like an ex-beauty queen. Always very put together.
Mm-hmm.
The outfits,
Well, she had a dress shop.
Yeah.
PDA.
Yes. We have a video of her in our wedding, Rosemary and I's wedding, where her name was announced. She came out to the middle of the dance floor area and made the perfect turn.
Just
Oh.
unprompted.
It was just stopped, and then she turned like she was in a fashion show.
Oh, I love it. Just completely unrehearsed, unprompted. She just
yes.
knew. She heard her name. Oh, what? And she's probably in some, I think she was a beautiful chiffon dress. Oh,
She was.
perfect.
She was, yeah.
Oh, God,
she
fabulous.
coordinated. It was purple, like
Oh,
weren't
our
the
bridesmaids?
dresses were purple,
Oh,
weren't they?
perfect.
Yeah,
We still
they
have
were.
that dress, and I let Rosemary wear it every once in a while.
I let her.
Oh, I don't.
You know, Rosie, I'm going to let you wear that dress tonight.
Oh, thanks. Wait,
was a
now.
little-
When the mood strikes me.
Right.
Oh my God. So that, going back, you are a local San Bernardino boy. So you took the back road up to Big Bear.
Yep.
Did you hang there a lot as a teenager up at
Yeah,
the
my
lake?
grandfather built a cabin up in Running Springs, which is the city before Big Bear. So we
Oh.
spent many Christmases up in the San Bernardino Mountains.
And would there be snow in the Running Springs area?
They would be snow, yes.
They
Yeah.
would. Okay. And then you guys had a little lake house.
Lake Gregory.
we
and
also had a
that's
lake house.
before Big
Yes.
Bear as well.
Yes, that place sucked.
Yeah. It was
Well, I mean,
Didn't need change for that.
No,
house.
because it was like, oh, this place is great. We're going to enjoy the snow. And we realized, oh, we're at 4,500 feet where
not
it never
high
snows.
enough.
no, it did not get high enough.
Well, and then people lived there. The land of the dirt people.
Oh
Friends.
my
accumulated
gosh.
The land of
Up-
the dirt people's
Up
friends.
to that lake community. So it was a little shady.
Well, I will say we did have a couple fun, stays there. Once, I think, Catherine, you brought Sarah when she was almost
she was just a baby.
yeah, I have
yeah.
some cute pictures.
and it was a
of that.
triangle
An
A-frame.
A-frame.
So all the heat rose, and it would get very cold at night. So we turned on the heat early. Rosie goes, Kirk does not want the heat on overnight because it would be too expensive. And I was like, can I give him $20?
Oh yeah, she's just like, can we start a fund?
I was like,
No, we didn't want it on because all the heat rose to the top when we.
I did not
freaking
understand
sweat.
that. Right.
You'll
So
get
I was
roasted.
battling it, but then myself and
She was
God
thermostat
forbid,
sneaking.
I think it was, I slept shared a bed with somebody. And this is the era
Well,
of.
Mom was there and
I
Gigi.
think
Where did we all sleep?
I don't know, but I shared a bed with somebody, and I think we both were in flannel pajamas, which is then basically like you get in, and it's like Velcroing up against each other. You're not
In
going to
the-
move.
and we had flannel sheets there too.
Oh, and the heat
Flannel
rose,
on
and
flannel.
in the middle of the
Not
night,
nothing
I was like,
sexier.
It is.
I know I'm in
Flannel
for a
on
big night.
flannel,
Liz comes in her flannel pajamas, the flannel sheets, and there's like a flannel face guard. It's just flannel like wallpaper.
She's immobile at that point.
It's just awful.
And we were right across from you, because our bedroom was right across from you. And then I think you looked in and you saw Rosemary going into our room with that blue chiffon dress on.
Liz, look what they're doing. Come on, get the flannel off.
I've got flannel socks on too.
And I heard Mark say, Paula?
Oh, no.
The ghost stuff. I just remember the heat rising in that little A-frame house, and in the middle of the night being like, "Are we being
Sweating.
roasted alive?"
You might have been.
So then I think I came downstairs, on the couch down below, and then that was freezing. It was like hot, cold, hot, cold. But it was adorable the way you guys set it up.
It was super cute. And speaking of Paula, we decorated that place so cute. It was a really cute little cabin. We did all this amazing landscaping outside. Kirk painted it while I was pregnant. No, that was horrifying watching him on this 100-foot ladder
Yay.
on a hillside. I'm like, if he dies and then I have this baby in a stupid cabin. I'm like, so
And
anyways,
at that point, I had a $100,000 life insurance policy.
She would have
on
been
myself.
set.
I was young.
it wasn't enough. So then Paula came and saw it once it was all done. We were like, oh my God, Paula, come. We took her out to a steak dinner, the only nice place in Lake Gregory, remember? It was nice, and it was like she enjoyed it. And we came back to the cabin and had dessert. And she looked at everything and, oh, la, la, la. And she's like, okay, I'm going to go back down the hill. So she lived at the base of the San Bernardino Mountains. And as she's leaving, she rolls down her window and she says, she hadn't said anything the whole time, which was very unlike her. Like she would walk
She
to her
was
house.
running commentary.
She'd
usually,
be like,
yeah.
I love this. I love that. Oh. She hadn't said anything. She had no reaction, which was very unusual. And as she's driving away, she says,
No, she had an uncomfortable look on her face.
Yeah.
Because she was looking for something. I was like, I don't know what she's trying to say. But then she said,
then she's driving away and she rolls down the window and she goes, I liked the dishes. Which was the worst thing in the whole house because they were left over from the previous owner and they had they were tea
she
dishes. They
went
had
off and
roses
I
on them.
I don't
was like,
think she liked our place.
we're like, oh, what the heck? We always say now whenever we don't particularly like something or have no reaction, we go, I like the dishes.
Did you never circle back with her and find out?
No, we just blew it off.
Yeah, we blew it off.
Forget
There's
about
no
it.
going back on Paula with that kind of thing. She would have just denied it. She'd be like, no, but I loved everything.
I never said that.
I think we did actually confront her, and she said, I never said that. Or something.
What?
We're like, we remember.
And the lake at Lake Gregory was
Terrible.
Terrible.
Well, it was interesting because a lake needs to be deep, right? Because to walk out in a lake, it's not sand typically. it can be mud. So Eddie and I were up on a trip once.
No, it was when we went. Now you're going to change a weird story. You guys came up for the 4th of July, and Eddie was there, and I think John, and you guys, and they canceled the 4th of July fireworks. So that was
too
big.
dry because it doesn't snow at 4,500
And we
feet.
went and spent the day at the lake, like having fond memories from childhood. Like we thought it would be like cute and quaint, and it was like it's basically you're on dirt, like it's not sand. And it was just like the lake was low. I mean, to call it a lake is kind of ridiculous. It's a pond.
With the lake, I usually like to go past my navel.
Yes. Stop. So Eddie went out in the lake.
Eddie was out in the lake, and he brought
We have the picture.
Yeah, he brought up a bunch of like swamp,
like grass,
swamp grass.
I think it's grass,
and made himself a swamp creature.
Oh my!
Which then I was laughing. And that's like,
gross.
And then it was hot enough that I was like, oh, I want to go out in the lake too. I started to walk out, and I was hearing crunching, and I'm kind of halfway out to Eddie, and I'm like, what am I hearing? And he goes, oh, you're crunching the lake snails. I ran on water, crawled up on Eddie, practically to the top of his head, and I was like, I can't walk back. You have to carry me back. You have to carry me back. I freaked out so hardcore. I was like, what? So...
But then you went on didn't you go on the water slide?
You know, I always on every trip want to take up all the accoutrements. So
that was it.
I was there's a water slide. So I'm like,
that's why we had fond memories of going up there when we were kids.
For sure.
Dad liked to take us on trips, and for sure.
Yeah. It's a day trip, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But we went up,
slide.
but I went up as a kid too before the water slide, and I still had fun. So FYI,
I don't know how
because it had this thing in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, you'd swim out to
a platform.
That was the whole
wood
fun
platform that you would swim out to and then dive off and meet other kids.
But
and
even
talk
I was gonna say
and have freedom from your parents.
Even then, I remember the water being kind of thick and a little bit like soupy. Like I don't know what's growing in here, but it's a little bit slimy. But yeah, I remember swimming out to the floating whatever that was,
and you had a weird tinge on your skin because
a layer
of snail goo probably. So I did do the slide, and then I think Eddie and I rented one of those like
paddle boats.
Yes, but I think it might have been shaped like a snail. Like they're really leaning into it.
Oh, I think it was.
It was
escargot. Let's go.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. But then you would propel it with your own feet around the lake, and when you got further out, it was bigger than a pond for sure. It was actually nice, but there's no water. You're not allowed to take boats or anything with a motor on it.
I don't think you can fish. Can you fish?
We took a rowboat one time.
No
fishing.
I mean, it's sad to think about right now with this drought that's been going
sure
on. It's probably like not even there at all.
Right,
I mean, you talk about a pond
you
or
can walk up to the platform now. There's no.
Well, maybe it's better that it just dries up.
No, my gosh.
Come on.
No,
there's a whole community.
Yeah,
there.
no,
they could turn it into like a motorcycle drone thing.
Oh my gosh!
It's all really dried out.
Tina Turner's going to be there with Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Thunderdome.
Snail track.
Oh gosh, but as very fond memories. I do like lakes. Lake Tahoe is one of my favorite places in the world. So, and that's a whole. We've gone there on vacation together and had some interesting times. But
was that the conversation we were having?
No,
we digressed. We were talking about cabins.
But we were just talking about because you were a local boy taking up the back road to Big Bear and why. So now we have met up at this house that Rosie's rented.
It was big.
A big house.
It was big.
It was a
beautiful cabin.
It was in a nice development. It was a big house.
Beautiful.
And if anyone knows me and how I like to rent, it must have a view. Like
something. You need a little
like something. Like I'm just not going to be like looking out at like nothing.
Well, yeah, I always say, because if we're going to put two families in a house together, 3 boys, one of your sons brought a friend.
Yep.
So we had 4 boys that, are now basically all equivalent in size to us. So it's really large.
They're basically young adults, yeah.
Right. And so we get there, and yes, the main floor level that looked out onto the beautiful view had the master bedroom, which you guys took. And then all the other bedrooms were downstairs.
Yep.
And so there was a master suite, which we took, and then the boys kind of dispersed nicely. They basically all had their own rooms.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. And instantly we were like, all right, settle in. Mark, what are our appetizers?
Oh, jeez.
Didn't we?
We were like instantly starving.
Probably.
Yeah, I think because you guys had been there for maybe about an hour plus before us.
I remember walking right in and basically not going to my room, but going to the kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah, because Jack was there, and my son Jack is a bottomless pit, and he was like, looks at Mark like, feed me. That's basically,
Feed me. Seymour.
And then Rosie and I have to go to the grocery store. I mean, that was one of the most unrelaxing trips I've ever taken. Right?
It's not.
It was not
at all.
But you know what's great is we were really close to the slopes. So when Kirk
God.
had to drive the
it was like
boys,
a mile.
So we're which is great. We were basically a mile max,
Maybe a mile.
mile max from the slope. So that was the good news. I mean, it was so great. Unfortunately, I think it took us 1.5 to 2 hours to get that mile.
It took us less time to drive from our houses to the
Yes.
resort
Right.
than from the mile from our resort house to the slopes.
Yeah, so I'm battling the worst sore throat of my life.
Mark has COVID
And-
sitting
You know
next
what?
to you.
I had to go skiing that day, so you just had to drive back home.
That's true. I just had to crawl back home and get up into my bed.
But yeah, it took forever, so I don't know why.
I know. Because when I got home, then we got a phone call from Luke who said, "Come pick me up. I'm done."
And it'd been like 15
I'm like,
minutes.
"Let me get right in the car and go get you." I'm so
Again.
excited about this.
Well, weren't you trying to see some kind of show? You guys were trying to like.
Well, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, the Downton Abbey movie is about to come up, so we're really going to tie something together here.
The second movie.
The second movie, but the first movie, for some reason, the three of us,
Have not
Rosie,
seen.
Kirk, and I, had put off watching it. So we were really excited with that.
savoring it.
We thought, okay, everybody's going to be out of the cabin for the afternoon. We're going to make a cup of tea. Maybe Rosie and I will like have a glass of wine after we have brunch.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, we barely ever got to that actually, because that would require relaxing with it. And so we're gonna have breakfast, and then we're gonna light a fire, and the three of us are gonna watch the Downton Abbey movie undisturbed.
It worked out perfectly, I'm assuming.
Oh, God, there were so many annoying
So that's when we had just started.
I don't know.
and
I was
Luke,
battling a snowstorm while I had COVID on the hill.
I mean, that sounds great.
Yeah, but I think you guys.
Jeez.
But we got sidetracked by that stupid ass Paris show.
No,
first.
no.
I thought that was first.
Emily in Paris.
No,
Yes.
I
No,
don't think so.
No.
I don't mean to say bad things about that show.
You don't want to
But he was
disparage
also
Emily in
coming in on
Paris.
season
because
2.
I really do like the idea of Emily in Paris.
Oh, well, you've lived in Paris.
But then I realized, I'm watching the show and I go, oh, I know what the problem is. I'm not a girl.
And then the bigger thing is also you feel like I'm old. She's just so free and in Paris and having love affairs and eating croissants and
No,
having
that
wine.
part didn't bother me.
Oh God, I was like,
It's just
take
a
me
chick
back.
movie.
Oh, I love.
No, we watched. No,
Chick-
it was
it's a series.
Chick movie.
Is that how you
TV
watch TV,
series.
Liz? With like regret and longing?
Yes, some shows. Yes.
Good Lord. Find some joy in your life.
We definitely watched it the first day because that's when Luke kept calling and I was ignoring his calls.
But it took about 4 different attempts to actually get through it for various reasons, for pauses and so on and so forth. But
Which, Emily in Paris? Or not even? Oh, Downton
Downton
Abbey.
Abbey.
Okay.
the movie, which wasn't even that long.
It's an American treasure.
It is.
Oh, wait, no, that's English.
yeah, I'm like, no.
We treasure it as Americans.
So come the first night, though, I will have to say, also another heat issue. Instead of being on A-frame in the top, corner of an A-frame, we were down in the lower level, which had its own heating and air conditioning unit. But we had teenage boys. So Mark and I would crash out, but he's got COVID, so he's running hot and cold all night. And I'm sleeping next to him. So, just he's emitting, oh, God. It was a cacophony of snoring.
like a
horrible.
saw.
And the boys would go to bed so much later than us.
I think I caused an avalanche.
You might have. Luke would turn up the thermostat to his own preference.
Now, have you confirmed that it was Luke? Because doesn't he deny that it was
he's
him?
He's in deny mode
No,
for sure.
the first night he said it was him, and then he tried to deny it the second night because I said I would kill him if he did it again. But it was him.
He does it all the time at our house.
Right.
He does it all the time.
So I would say around 3 a.m, I woke up and I literally thought there was a fire in our bedroom.
Oh,
it was
God.
so hot. I woke up and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on? And Mark's like, he's like, I don't know, it's so hot. I'm like,
What's that Klingon for? That's Klingon for something. I don't know what.
it's so hot. I'm on fire.
Hang on,
Save
I
me.
have COVID and I'm exhausted.
He's just passed out. He's almost in a coma. So I, of course, have to wake him up in my misery. So I
that's a good
then
idea,
should
yeah.
suffer.
So then I go out to the general area to try to find the thermostat because I'm like, this is unacceptable. But I hear like whimpering coming from Ethan's bedroom next to us. I go in there and he's just seeing his underwear and he's like, it's so hot. I had to take off all my pajamas. What's wrong with me? Am I sick? I'm like, I'm going to freaking kill Luke. I knew it was Luke.
Oh, yeah.
Because Luke like poked his head like, what? Like he's still
Yeah,
gay.
he's still up.
Yeah, and I'm like,
No,
you're
he was
getting
up, like-
I go, dude, you're getting up in like 3 or 4
You're
hours
going
to go
skiing tomorrow.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Why else do you think we're up here? So then I turn off the.
I don't need to go skiing. My parents just paid for it all.
Right.
I don't have to actually use it.
Honestly, did he ski more the whole weekend, more than a half an hour? Right.
I think he skied maybe like
He did one run.
he did like 3 runs.
It was like a $3,000 run. If you break it
Like,
down.
it was ridiculous because you had to rent his equipment.
Right.
and,
Everything
like,
cost money.
Oh my god.
I was like, "You're doing it the next day," and then I'm like,
Are
I
you
don't have
having
the
a good
wherewithal.
time, Luke? I just want to know that. Are you having a good time?
Just don't wish us into the cornfield, boy.
Oh god.
Oh, he'll wish you into the cornfield.
Well, that's why when
geez.
you guys were actually going to pick him up when he was having the meltdown on the slopes, and it was like at a certain point I said,
Pick me up now. Okay, I'll be there in 2 hours.
That's how long it takes.
you two are so pissed off. I said, okay, bring him a piece of toast because if he gets in the car hangry and the way you two, the 3 of you are, all 3 of you, the dynamic will be horrible.
You came with us, didn't you?
Hell no!
Oh.
I was so excited to be alone in the cabin for it did not end up being 2 hours, but by the time you guys got back, we had 1 hour, and then we had to go pick up the rest of the crew.
Oh,
It was just like picking up and dropping off.
So, but we have had actual good vacations together.
Good ski trips, some really fun ones.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just boys now. And I do, you have a son in college and one that's, junior in high school. So we're lucky they even want to hang with us and come with us on these vacations.
I don't think they want to. They don't have an option.
Yeah. They don't really have an option, and then we discovered sometimes that kind of ruins it for us.
Right.
We're like, oh, you just ruined our whole trip by not giving you an option.
Well, maybe we should discuss not bringing them.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Kirk
we're
is
about
loving
there.
that plan. He's
We're
like,
about there.
let's go to Europe without the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Oh, what is now interesting is they're old enough to know if they're able to go on a European trip with you. There's a lot of added value to that. Like everything will be kind of
Jack will
paid.
not be cool with bagging out on that.
Yeah,
Luke
Jack would be smart and wanna
"Hey,
go."
Okay.
See, Luke is 17. We'd still have to bring a stroller.
Is it? I mean,
He definitely, when we went to Paris with him, he was a fuss bucket about walking around.
well, how old was he?
old was he? Yeah.
young.
He was 5.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yeah,
is young.
that's-
We were at Mont Saint Michel, and we had to go up this long ass walk up this mountain. It's Mont Saint Michel is this island in the middle just off the beach.
It's like a fairy castle.
and it fills with water, but during the day the water recedes, and then you walk out to it. And then anyway, but we were up there, and the greatest line of all time. We're up there, and we're all kind of tired, from walking up this castle, to the top of the castle.
cobbly road.
And then Luke just had one comment to the whole thing. Why didn't you bring the stroller?
And then we had to try and carry him, and he was like, he's not a small child.
Oh,
I was like,
a 5-year-old solid little dude.
And we're going to take the stroller on these cobblestones, and every
Not
3
worse.
steps you have to put it up a
It's
step.
getting
Yeah.
stuck and
No.
stuff.
Yeah.
But now you're doing teenage boys who are exhausted everywhere all the time. If you don't feed them and hydrate them,
What has changed? They were always like that, even as a little
I
babies.
feel like there was a little window in there where there was higher energy that lasted a little longer, maybe from about.
See, you
10.
finally hit the period that we told you about for years. We're like, Ethan wakes up at 8 on the weekends? That's so weird. And now he's sleeping in.
Mark literally went in there this morning
Yep.
You got to wake him up
at around
It's
10:30.
1:00.
But listen, this is what happens with Ethan on the weekends. So Mark already had bacon cooked, of course. Roman
Yeah, I made a whole
restaurant.
cafe thing going on.
Yeah. So bacon was already going. So of course, when he went into say, Ethan, time to get
Hi,
up?
baby. It's
Time to wake up.
Get up.
The nostrils.
Well, how would you like your eggs, sweetheart?
Yeah, but the nostrils are
like
flaring. I don't get
14.
that, but the nostrils are flaring. Like, is the bacon done? What else is there for breakfast?
No,
Oh,
I got
gosh.
this. First of all, the first round, I don't think he even woke up. I did rattle him up. I did.
If we had let him sleep, it would have been until like 1 in the
and
afternoon.
this was at
For sure.
This was at
10:30, 10:45.
10:30 was the first wake up call.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been up since 6:30. And I'm
But what time is he going to bed? He's probably getting like at least 13 or 14 hours.
8:30.
Okay, just to give you guys no.
Joe, I was like
to
trying
bed
to
at,
wake
like,
the dead
midnight.
this morning.
No,
It's just like nothing was happening with him. I like rubbed his head, nothing, no response whatsoever.
growing.
He was breathing, so I knew he was alive.
He's not an infant. He's growing.
And then I gave him like 15 minutes, and I came back around. I said, "Hey, do you want toast? I can make you eggs." And he's like, "Fried egg?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll make you a fried egg." "Well, is there bacon?" I mean, just like from the sweet little voice to like, "Is there bacon?" "Yes, there's bacon." All right. "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to make you breakfast. Let me do.
Do you bring a little
your laundry,
notepad for
too."
notes? Like, oh, and I'll tell you what you chose. Well,
Right.
yeah. English muffin, bagel. What would you
lightly
like with
toasted?
it?
Would you like an everything bagel or an egg bagel? Light cream cheese or just a regular?
Side of fruit, side of potatoes. What would you like, huh?
I think it was like last summer. I drew the line in the sand. I was done with that whole situation of like
brunch.
Yeah, them
Lunch.
waking up at like 1 o'clock and be like, "I'm starving," and the whole world sucks. And I'm like, yeah, it does when you missed your whole day. But I'm like, if you're not out of bed and down here before 12 o'clock, you're on your own.
12
And
that's not even a big ask.
That's not even a
That's
big
not a heavy
ask.
lift.
Oh, give him 12:30. Just give it to 12:45.
You would say that.
Okay,
He's
wait a
like,
minute.
just,
Well, just
feed them.
like you said, it
Kirk
annoys
keeps going,
me.
how many more years do you have left to feed him? It's fine. Just do it. I'm like, oh, come on with that.
It's like my whole half of my day revolves around this kid getting up and eating, and I've had it.
yeah.
Okay, well, let's give a little background. Because you, as our husbands, there's a Killmond trait that we have a gift for sleep.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Now, I am more of a night owl than Rosemary. For sure, our son Ethan, has inherited the night owl gene, don't you think? He would stay up.
We can still pull him out of it. You're not helping.
I
you're
am
up and around.
sucking him in. No, Ethan and I could stay up pretty late with each other. But then we have the gift for
Like
sleeping
cats
in.
in a sack.
Now,
two of them.
as I've gotten older, it rarely passes over 10-ish on a weekend. If I have nothing else going on, and I can really sleep in around 10-ish, because I know Mark's
Do
been
you
up.
solidly sleep till 10?
No, not
Oh,
solidly.
okay. I'm like,
because he's
wow.
been up, and we have a new neighbor that
Wait a minute. Did you just question that she sleeps till 10?
No, I'm not.
Wait a minute.
Don't call me out right now. I'm just saying that does she sleep straight through till 10? Because I'll wake up at like 8, go to the bathroom, then get back to bed. 9 o'clock, I might open my eyes and go, not yet, and then go back to sleep. It's like,
The not
I don't
yet
like-
rollover, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I'm like out till like 10 or 11. Like, of course I'm waking up intermittently.
First of all, the only reason why we got married was because I thought I was tricked by you.
Oh.
I got tricked when I was like, I don't want to be too aggressive. Like, I'd like to talk to her, but I shouldn't call her right now. After we started dating, and then I would call her like at 10 o'clock, and she wouldn't return
In the
my
morning,
phone
he's
10
saying.
o'clock in the morning. She wouldn't return my phone call till like 1. Or
Right.
2, and I'm
she's
like,
playing hard to get.
I'm like, God, this woman's got it going
She's
on.
playing
I go,
cool.
she is busy.
She must be working
I mean,
out.
I'm
She's
busy. I'm a
probably milked
busy
a couple
guy.
cows or something.
I have auditions. I got this. I've got work. I've got all kinds of stuff going on. She's not calling back till 1. I go, I like her self-restraint. I like her. Like, you know what? I
She's
hear
doing-
you.
she's going
I
places.
hear you, and I'm going to call you back when my schedule clears out a little bit. Oh.
It took him a while
She
to
doesn't
figure
get
out
out
what I
of
was doing.
bed till 12:30.
The crack at 12:30.
I mean,
I
let's
want to
be
talk to
honest.
somebody the first
And I didn't
thing.
know that until the day after we got married.
It's kind of true.
Rug pull.
That was before
I'm
cell
like,
phones.
well,
Like,
it's
you just
7
turned
o'clock.
your
Aren't you
ringer
going to
off on
get
your
that day going that you usually? What are you talking about? What are you talking? Close the door.
Keep the
Why are
lights
you
on.
letting the light in?
She's like vampire.
phone. Well, he should talk because he was so
Come back
sad.
in 5 hours and we'll talk.
Well, I mean, come on. Today is a great example of this.
Yes.
Our call time was 1 o'clock today for this
Yes.
podcast. And I knew there's no way this is starting at 1 o'clock. We didn't even leave our house until 1:20.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't even show up till 1:45.
Okay.
No, we didn't
I've
call
been
it- no, no.
texting her since 10 of. Are you
Excuse
guys
me.
ready?
Exactly.
Excuse me,
You are
I
wrong
was-
on that one.
I was
This
ready.
boy would have had my hide.
Did I direct any of these words to you?
No, you said you guys
you
didn't.
guys didn't get
said
it.
But
you
who was I
guys.
looking at?
Oh, you were
Me.
looking her.
It had-
But I just wanted
I
to
was
let
ready.
you know. I came in. I said it right off the bat. I said I'm Union. I was ready
Yeah.
at 12:45.
I wake up camera ready. I'm going.
Look, there's a lot of
And then-
pressure
but Liz,
to be on time with Kirk.
Liz does. This is her thing. She comes into the kitchen and she's like, "All right, I'm ready to go." And she's like, "Are you ready to go?" And I'm sitting on the couch. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go."
I've been
You're
ready.
not ready to go.
I was ready to go. Okay, so I always get up, but I know it's like a fool's errand because I'm ready to go. It's still another 10 minutes.
Because I'm usually then going around. This is the problem.
Then don't tell me, are you ready to go? Or
okay, first of all, we inherited our mother's running late, which Rosie and I have tried to get a lot better at. And
it's
anything to do with
manageable.
work, that's not where I will flex the mom gene or the DNA. Social life, holy moly! Like there are times like
I have to tell you that our leave time is actually at like 6:00. I tell you our leave time is at 5:15.
Don't blow it right now.
No, I know that. But then so they go,
Yeah,
what
she
time is
knows
it
it.
really?
It's
What
like-
time is it really?
Yeah, and then she gets it out of me. And, we got plenty of time. And we still show up 45 minutes late.
And then
Well,
you
I plan everything, so I know what it is. And Kirk is like having
Kirk runs on
coronary
time, and so
if
does
I'm not
Mark, yeah.
like ready.
And now we're
I
dragging
mean, it is easier
boys
for
out.
guys. I will say that. I mean, look, it's like throw some water on your face and run your fingers through your hair and you're walking out the door. You guys, it's a lot. I get that. But plan accordingly.
Well, when you're sleeping till 12:30, it's hard.
Right.
I cannot,
When did you start getting up so early?
I cannot believe you thought Rosie was an early riser.
Are you making money by doing this? That was my question. Are we monetizing this?
You're very good at sleeping.
Oh my God. So our boys have all inherited that gene.
Is it like Monsters Inc? The more you sleep, the more like
Right.
there's
Energy.
and we get- yeah.
But I think with Kirk,
The
he would
lights
like
burning
actually
brighter.
forget like that I existed when I'd roll downstairs at 12:30.
Oh.
And he'd be like, "Oh, who are you? Oh yeah, that's right, we're
Well,
married."
that's a different issue.
That was an issue that went on
that was
for a while.
called, I got married late, so when she came down in the morning, every time she'd come down in the morning, I go, oh, you're still here.
Or I'd
that
come
your
home
dry
from
sense of
work.
humor?
Oh God, I'd come home from work and he'd be like, "I'm in the middle of my routine and
What are
you're
you
disturbing it."
What are you doing here?
Oh, wait a second. Do you have that? Liz gets very angry at me if I ever come home unannounced, which is very suspicious. It's
Yeah,
like, I'll
she
come
might
home.
still be in her pajamas.
I will come home sometimes at like
First of all,
1 o'clock, and
you
she's expecting
have-
me at
she
3.
wants to
No,
beautify
first of all,
herself.
no. No.
She's like, "Why didn't you call before you came home?"
Because first of all, you have
I
radar.
live here.
First of all, you have radar for whenever I've just made a delicious sandwich or anything to eat. I swear to God, you could smell it from 20 miles out, and you're like,
Hey, what is
You
that?
didn't
What
make
are you
anything
making?
for me?
You got enough mayo?
Oh no,
on
he's
that?
going to take
What-
half of it.
No, God, no! I can't touch her food. It'll bite my finger off.
You want to improve it for her?
no, he likes to critique it. Oh,
Because
what'd you-
maybe
did
she's
you
doing
use that?
something wrong. Like what's going on there?
Are those the leftovers in there? Oh, yeah, okay. Well, there's also arugula in the refrigerator. Oh, no, okay, all right. Well, all right. So, yes, that's one of the things that irritates me, but I
You don't want to pickle with that or something?
oh, God. I just like to be mentally prepared. You could call me 5 minutes before you're rolling up to the house. 5 minutes.
I'm sure you see me through the window. God damn it, he's here.
John, who works with me quite often at the house, our producer, who you all well know, and then one of our co-hosts, John, he'll be like, "Oh, Mark's here. Oh, Mark's rolling up," and I'm like, "Son of a."
So he gives you a little prep.
It's not a lot.
He's literally the only thing that saves me
He's
is our
at the door.
neighbor.
I roll up and I run to the house just to catch her in something.
No, our neighbor across the street, Jeff. That's the only thing I maybe will save me. Jeff will catch him outside and suck him into a 15-minute conversation. So then, if I want to whirling dervish clean up anything, or
Put on some clothes because you've been in your pajamas all day.
I just said that.
True. Yes, but that's all been working from home. So yes, I mean, but we have the Killmond trait. We not early risers, although I'm trying to get better at that as I get older because the day does get away. And I always say, if Ethan or if our son knew our inclination to truly sleep in, our household would never wake up. So you have to
Oh,
act
for
like
sure.
I'm up, I'm ready to go, take on the day. I drive my son to school. I mean, I don't know if you drove your boys to school, but I drive Ethan to school, and he's
Mostly Kirk did.
Mark. You
Yes.
did for a few years.
Still sleeping.
Yeah. Well, what do you?
No,
are
I
you high?
wasn't.
Are
You
you
made
high?
breakfast, but did you go back to bed after they left?
Yes.
Yes,
of course you did.
sometimes. Sometimes.
Well, the other day I was
I
driving.
mean, it depended on the age. They could be very exhausting when they were younger. And
Which is
like the
kind of
minute
When they were
out,
younger, they were exhausting.
yeah, because the minute
about
they were
now?
out of school, it was like activities and just endless needs, and it was like no
Well, you
nap
would do,
time.
you know,
The need
you get up in the
box.
morning. You know, when they're in elementary school, you'd get up in the morning, you make them food, and
Get 'em
then-
dressed.
And just before we'd leave, you'd breastfeed them, and then.
Hell no.
Oh.
That's so wrong.
Oh no,
That was last week.
That was earlier. I'm sorry, that wasn't middle. That wasn't middle school. That was elementary school.
No, once you kind
joking.
of get your kid out the
I'm jo-
door, it's
she
like,
just
oh.
said he's joking.
just in case.
Just JK.
well, you've heard some
back
weird
here.
stuff. You know.
Well, I drive Ethan to school and I get him there on time, which I pride myself on because our mother, that was not always the case.
Nobody took us to school.
Then we rode our bikes and got in numerous car accidents. That'll be another topic. But seriously.
Oh,
But, you know, the other day I was driving Ethan to school and I realized, because sometimes, you know, I'll get hot in the middle of the night and I'll take off my shirt or, you know, I'll just do various different things.
You'll disperse of one of those flannel
Yes.
elements
Exactly.
that you're wearing.
So I got up, I put on my robe.
I've seen you do that on TikTok.
Yep, exactly. My TikTok account. No, I don't have TikTok. But I put on my robe and I'm getting Ethan ready. And, you know, it's still a little Laura Fauntleroy. It's, you know, Dad makes the lunch. I'm making breakfast. I'm laying out clothes. I'm, you know, get your teeth brushed, just moving him along to get it done. And we're driving on the freeway and I had this moment of like, oh man, if I get pulled over, I don't have my purse, my wallet, and I don't even have a shirt on under this robe. And I'm in slippers. I'm like,
Oh my God,
this.
you drove in a robe?
Yes.
I would never.
I
She
just,
drives her up every single day.
but I normally have at least full
it's
pajamas.
not like down the block.
I know. And I just
Okay.
realized, and there was a time when I dropped Ethan off and it was called the mixed match day. So he's supposed to wear like plaids with stripes or, you know, solids with, you know, a crazy graphic. And I thought I'd nailed it. I was so excited. We pull up, but I'm just seeing kids, you know, there's always some kids that don't get the memo. They don't have moms that are on it like us, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So they're running past the car. I'm like, that kid's in a uniform. That kid's in a uniform. That kid's in a uniform.
Oh,
Who the
you blew
hell
it.
are all the
You
mixed
blew
match
it.
kids? And I pulled up instead of the drive-through drop-off. I pulled into the stack parking. So I stopped for a second. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pull into the stack parking because I better check. He's like, I'm knocking out of the car if you got this wrong. Because now he's cool. He's in like
You're
fourth
like,
grade.
are you in school? They probably
I'm
announced
like,
this
Anna,
100
please.
times.
It's fine.
but
Exactly.
It's on me.
It's take some accountability. So I go to the bulletin, and yeah, it's the next week. So I go, Ethan, why don't you go? I mean, you know, he is young Sheldon, so I don't know what I thought.
He is Sheldon. We've said this.
I go, Ethan, I'm going to call the lost and found in the health office, and they'll pull out clothes for you. You just go put those on.
Oh, lice.
Did he go
That's
for
kind
it?
of smart.
Lice.
Oh, he
No
didn't,
way, he didn't go for it. My
There
kids
will
would have
be
been like,
lice.
hell no.
I
Like,
can't believe you even suggested that to him.
I can't believe. Just
I
go
think that's
home and have them
genius.
late. No.
All we have are the skorts, and
But that's okay if you want to.
Yeah, so he basically,
assortment of
I am
berets.
not getting out of this car. I'm not getting out of this car. And then I realized I couldn't get out of the car because I was in my pajama and robe. So we were just trapped in the
And
car.
you still go in your pajama and robe after this.
Yes,
incident.
I learned no lesson because then I realized I'm in stack parking, so it's not like I will just pull through and I could barely. You'll be barely late by the time I get back because I'm normally dropping him off on time. No, now I got to wait for the bell to ring and all these parents to like leave out of stack parking, and so I had to
What
call.
is stacked parking? I don't know what that means.
You're basically blocked in.
You're locked in.
Oh, so somebody has parked and blocked you in and
It's for
gotten
the
out of the
young-
car and left or whatever.
It's for the younger grade kids
'Cause
where
they gotta go
parents get
take
out and
their
they're
kid
walking
to
their
the-
kid to
to the
class.
classroom.
So and
The drive-through is the kid just gets out and you just keep
yeah,
going.
now
Okay.
I
That's for
barely
older
I
kids.
barely
I don't
slow
even-
down
yeah,
the
yeah, I was
car.
going to say I don't stop. I just
You just take
Get
open
out.
the door,
Door.
rolls
Roll.
right
Tuck
out.
and roll.
Now I do the drop off across the street and he goes to the cross guard. I mean, I'm really like, get
Wow.
out. Bye. But you know, and you go, hurry up. There's no hurry speed with that
I've
kid.
never seen him. I've never seen
No,
him.
you
You
don't
guys are
hustle.
just saying that there's no hustle. Like
Zero.
if he's running late, it's like he doesn't like speed up putting his.
I'm
clothes on.
hurrying. It's the exact
Yeah,
same speed.
You're like he's.
I'm going.
I'm coming. And you're like, you're the same speed.
Old man Ethan walking down the street.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But you know, it's not boring. That's for sure. Having the Street Boys, because I often say, Ethan is pretty much those are his older brothers.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
they rousted him all growing up.
Oh, I think it toughened him. Otherwise, like I said, he was a bit of a Lord
Oh my God! How
Fauntleroy.
many trips did we go on where it would turn into this endless complaint-a-thon about how the boys were
bean
dipping him, and he tried to strangle me, and then he wrestled me to the floor. I'm like, are you okay?
And you and I'd be like, okay, all right, bye.
It's like, figure it out.
This is your.
We're like, you're not dead, you're not bruised, so it's okay.
This is the dad territory.
They didn't want to deal with it.
I didn't mind. You tough him up a little bit.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
And
no.
look, Ethan, trust me, Ethan held his own. And all of a sudden, Luke would be pestering, and then Ethan would turn around and kick him in the balls.
Yeah, he had good
had it
comebacks,
coming.
Ethan.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh,
And
well, there you go.
he's
It's Ethan
strangely
Steven.
strong when
Work
he
it out.
wants to be.
Freakish.
Ethan.
You came up with that. Freakishly strong.
He is, because you'd be like, oh, he's such a wimp, but then he'd like whap you by mistake, and you're like, holy crap,
Where'd
that
that
left a
come
welt.
from?
Yeah, you know, he like broke Liz's nose as a baby. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but then
strong.
he got schooled by Lauren. Lauren
he
schooled him
did.
that one night.
Well, he is truly sort
that
of the
was another
middle, one of the
trip.
middle cousins. So he's got older cousins, Katherine, your kids, and your boys, and then obviously James's 5 kids. But then he's got these 2 younger nieces who look at him almost like an older brother.
Yeah, for sure.
And they really harangue and harass him. So, but he loves it because it's with total
He'll play down or
admiration.
play up, yeah.
Oh, we were just at your house for Easter. And he holds court when he knows he's pushed the limit with your 2 boys. And he's been either kicked out of the room or he's
don't
annoyed
wanna deal with them, yeah.
They're out, right? Because Luke now has a girlfriend too, so it's like Ethan really is the third wheel. So now he'll go find his receptive audience of Lauren and Morgan, and he can be telling stories. And watching the 2 girls, I walked up, and they were like, ah! Like Lauren had to stand up, turn around, was like holding her rib like an old lady. She was laughing so hard. And he was just telling some dumb story, and Ethan was like,
That's my audience.
Palm of my hands here, ladies. I was like,
it's my demo.
yeah, it's my demo. But no, we definitely will. I think we got to get on the books a summer trip,
Yeah.
to make up for our Big Bear. Now, I have heard from people, because there was a lot of other things that happened while we were in Big Bear, We almost got arrested, Rosemary, you and I. There's a lot of stuff, no
Where
one,
are we going to go?
no one went skiing
I know, where
again,
are we gonna
basically.
go?
Where are we going to go? Because I hate everybody now. I don't want to go anywhere. All the places that I used to like to go to, I hate.
Let's go
Well.
to Shay Fogg's house.
Oh, yeah.
You should.
Oh yeah, just come to our house and stay
Just up
for a
a hill,
week.
yeah.
That should go well.
Well, if we get burnt out, we can always just roll down the hill on the golf cart. You are eventually going to get me, right?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay, Rosemary moved about a minute away in a car. It's like 90 seconds up the hill from me with a
But
great
somehow
view.
we'll still be late to each other's house.
Oh, for sure. No problem.
Traffic.
And Mark likes to come in and say traffic.
Traffic. But that I really have to learn the lesson. I cannot just running late. I cannot be the appetizer person. Your
I know, but
birthday
you're
party this
so
year
good at it.
caused me. I was like having a panic attack because I said I do appetizers.
Oh,
it was for
last
like
summer.
How many people did you have to your party?
About 60.
Oh my god! So I'm doing appetizers for 60 people, and of course I have to make it look
Well,
good.
I was like, don't do a lot because it's really
Who
only
are you
for the
talking
people-
to?
And like I gave 2 things you should make. It really wasn't that big a deal. And then of course they went way out and like did an amazing
Killmonds.
job.
The Killmonds are so late. This is the perfect example of how the Killmonds are late, and does go back to Grand Mary. I was going to call her Grand Crink. Grand Mary. When she showed up to Luke's birthday party when we were at dessert with the potato salad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
this
a
was
perfect
the
example,
best.
right?
and then
But who doesn't love cake and potato salad?
No, she showed up.
Together.
is that ice cream? No, it's potato salad.
It was 2 hours
Just put a
into
candle
the birthday
in it.
party. It was over. It's a 2-year-old's birthday party. It's done. We're doing the cake. Everyone's eating it, and she shows up with this massive bowl of potato
That was
salad.
still semi-steamy,
and was like trying
like she
to
just
shove
made
it
it.
on everybody. And a good friend of ours, Papa John, who's like a family friend,
Well, he's
goes,
godfather to one of your
God
kids,
damn
yeah."
it, Mary, you're late, and nobody wants your freaking potato
Who
salad.
said that?
Papa John, remember?
Oh, that's right.
He set her
well,
straight.
Because he was already
He
irritated.
was irritated. He's like, I don't want your potato salad.
I wanted it an hour and a half ago.
Put another candle on your potato salad. Potato salad.
That's catchy.
We did have a potato salad for about the next. You go to Mom's house. Hi, would you like a serving of potato salad? Oh God!
I mixed a soup bone in
turkey
that.
soup and
Oh, jeez.
potato salad.
All right, we'll have to plan a trip this summer, Kirk. There's so much we still have to tap into that we've, as your brother-in-law, you've experienced with our family dynamic. You've survived 23 years, you said?
This is going to be 23 coming
Yeah,
up.
it's coming. So August 23rd.
So really 24
22.
years with our
Yeah.
family.
Oh yeah, there was the whole pre-game year
When you were
Get ready for
lying to
family.
him and he thought you were working out.
The
at
pre-
I
7
wasn't
a.m.
lying. I just was
So
omitting
busy.
what I was doing during that time. I could have been working out, reading. I didn't read at that period in my
What
life.
pre-year are you talking about?
Like where we dated.
Oh,
When you thought
very
she was
quick.
taking on the
Very
world
quick.
at 7 a.m.
Oh, I'm like, oh my God, she's awesome. I could stop working probably 2 years after we get married.
That's right.
She's going to take care of business.
Not.
On that note, all right. But don't you feel blessed to be married to Killmond girls?
I love it.
Come on,
That was a
Kirk.
good
Say-
answer.
Give something.
Oh yes,
No, it's,
oh,
that's 25 years of training. right
Good
there
job.
Kicking in.
Good response
Just like
time.
reflex.
Kirk, not so good.
no. What?
He's like, wait, what? Sorry, is that a
He's
rhetorical
blessed.
question?
It's never boring.
It is never boring, and you know what? I mean, I mean this sincerely. I mean, literally, we can talk all day long, all the time. So.
We do talk. Sometimes we're so
Is that why you're late?
No, I'm not late. I just tell you one story. I used to be late all the time as a kid. I was late for school every single day. I was late all the way into my 20s, and then I was worked for a self-awareness company, and I had a late problem, and they were all trying to brainstorm how I could be on time. Because I'm perplexed. I don't know why. This is really. And they go, okay, well, let's put our heads together and figure out how you can be on time. And then finally, my friend Eddie goes, oh, I've got it. I'm like, oh, finally, somebody's got the answer. Thank God. Thank God there is a brain in this room. Yes, Eddie, what is it? So this is it. Be on time.
Ooh, that's a good way to handle it.
And I was like, oh, you mean like really like be on time?
Like
And they're
plan
like,
accordingly?
yeah, just be on time.
The claws didn't
I'm
part.
like, and I swear to God, it changed my life.
There
I was
you
like, oh, well, that's easy.
Because you're kind of a jerk,
Yes.
thinking everybody's going to wait for you.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. Well, thank you for waiting and tolerating our lateness for 20 plus years.
Who knew it
Good
would
work.
go to lateness?
Exactly.
It always circles back.
Oh my God.
It's always worth the wait.
Better late than sorry.
Better late than never.
Oh, never. Wait, what was that? What is that? line?
Better late than
Better
never.
than
Oh, yeah. So better late
We'll
than
have you
sorry.
back on because just like Paula would say, tell me everything.
I have so much to tell.
Yes, there is still so much to tell.
Tell me everything.
So please remember to subscribe, like, follow Family Dynamics with a K. Thank you for listening. We should probably do a Patreon with you too because there are stories that people should have to pay to hear.
Yeah,
Just tell
for
you.
sure.
Yeah, well, I kept those in my pocket. I'm not,
Smart.
Thank
I'm not
you.
giving those away.
Oh, thank you, Kirk. Thank you.
Just like those early hours that Rosie did.
How about
Right.
drunk Liz when she first met?
Oh, yeah,
That's a different
That's a good
podcast.
one.
That's a different. Well, that's the Patreon. Okay, so perfect. So, all right. Once again, at Family Dynamics, you could subscribe, like, leave comments, and please subscribe to our Patreon. Thank you for listening.